Hotspur, Basel, Olympiacos, and now Alain, and we have 3 retired in the pits: Madrid, Sevilla, and Dortmund.
Liverpool, he's indeed closing the gap on Galatasaray, because he's only 1.8 seconds behind, and he was about 3 seconds 3 laps ago, so he is actually closing the gap. He's on that last lap a little bit slower because he had to overtake the Alain car, but he usually grabs a few tenths away.
We've got the first 2 cars in our picture there, the gap 3 seconds, and there you see Dornbos, and he really, for his championship hopes, if he is to give the team any hope of overall championship after this 3 races remaining, he needs to put the pressure on Beijing now, and I just don't think that Robert right now has the wherewithal to be able to do that, because Beijing doing a great job.
Yes, Beijing is looking very strong, as usual. He knows the track so well, David, and he's pretty relaxed. We see him being very confident. He's won 2 races. He's won 2 races already. So now he's doing a good job, and he passes just in front of us now. And he looks very strong to me, and that's the points forecast as the race is going now. If the race finishes like this, Beijing will be leading with 321 points, and in front of Liverpool 271 and AC Milan 261. So it's closing the gap between AC Milan and Liverpool.
Yes, indeed. Of course, to actually clean up the championship here, well, there was a very slight mathematical chance that the championship could be decided here. He needs to be at least 80-odd points ahead, and that just isn't going to happen. Taking a lot of curb there, just to explain that, going across the red and white, and that's not particularly smooth, is it?
No, but the track, the entire track is not very smooth. As you can see, the cars are bottoming and jumping around a lot around Vallelunga, and in some of those corners we need to use the curbs. You can see that even AC Milan is using lots of curbs to find some space and let the car breathe as much as possible. I mean, we're on board with AS Roma. He's probably going to make a move on Flamengo. Come on, Frank, come on.
Yeah. One Frenchman urging on another, and he took a look down the inside, but there was not enough room. As we noticed at the very front of the field, Robert Dornbos for AC Milan has closed up 0.3 of a second on Davide Rigon for Beijing Guan.
A very good job from Tuka as well. He's defending his position, not making any mistake. You can see he's not looking in his mirrors so much. He's keeping his focus on what's happening in front of him, keeping on driving well, braking late to make sure that Frank is not
look at this, look at this, it's very close indeed, and a good battle. You see a whole string of cars now.
Fantastic shot, it's excellent to see that. And in the slow corners he's getting very, very close, but that's a normal effect. In the straight there is a stretch between the cars, and when you go into the corners they suddenly go very close to each other, and when the car accelerates again the gap increases again. But
back under the Al Qudra bridge again, and that Middle East company, big supporters of Superleague Formula.
Maybe now around the outside it's not possible.
Keeping the pressure on, but this is very difficult to pass here, but AS Roma with Frank Pereira at the wheel, really pushing the Flamengo car now.
And in that corner where Frank tried to make a move on the previous lap, this one now, it should be a good place to overtake, but you are able to brake so late that it's not possible to brake into the corner, to overtake into the corner. So we're back on Galatasaray and Liverpool, only less than a second between the 2 cars, so Liverpool indeed pushing very, very hard to make up for the bad pit stop and come back on the podium.
Well, we've got this battle, I think it's 5 cars now running virtually nose to tail, with Flamengo, Roma, Glasgow Rangers, then a little gap back to Corinthians, and then Anderlecht. They're all running pretty close back at the front. We noticed that Beijing has taken back that 0.3 of a second he lost the previous lap. So whatever Robert Dornbos tries for AC Milan, well, it appears that Davide Rigon has got an answer for it.
Yes, and Galatasaray is probably starting to look in his mirrors, because he has Liverpool indeed pushing very hard and breaking late into the corner to try to close the gap, and he's probably he's now 8/10 behind Galatasaray, so less than a second between the two cars, and he's getting closer. He lapped 5/10 quicker on the last lap, Liverpool, so in the last few laps it's going to be very interesting.
And we've only got 4, possibly 5 laps remaining in this opening race. Remember, when we come back later on, we will see the reverse grid race. We see some mega overtaking in that. That'll be absolutely huge. But meanwhile, Beijing looking as if they're going to score their 3rd race victory. And all Rigon's victories have come in the opening normal format grid races. Now look at Roman Frank Pereira just going wide there. Just went in a bit too hot, and you can see it on board. Look at the smoke coming off that left front.
Okay, that's locking a wheel properly. When you get very, very close from the car in front of you, you lose downforce. When you lose downforce, you lose weight on the front of the car. The wing is not efficient anymore, and your wheels are like floating. So if you brake really hard, you're gonna lock the wheel. And he locked the wheel, and once you've locked the wheel, it's impossible to turn into the corner. So it's a good move for Glasgow Rangers, the Corinthians, and Anderlecht. Oh, and Davide locking a wheel big time as well. I wonder if there is some oil on the track or something, because it's strange to see 2 cars locking wheels at the same time. It means he's still pushing hard. He still has got 3 minutes to go.
Yep, the Roma cars dropped all the way to 9th place after going wide there. So that big battle was going on. He was really has lost out from that.
He had to try something. So
the gap is still 3.2. So. Well, Davide must keep his head now.
And there is now a big gap between Galatasaray and Liverpool. I don't know what happened to the Liverpool car, but there's going to be at least 5 seconds between the 2 cars. It's pretty strange.
So the Beijing car still looking good. Of course, when you lock those tyres, if you do it 2 or 3 times, you can flat spot a tyre, and then you get some horrible feelings back through the steering. But tyres don't look too bad. We can't see any flat spot on the Beijing car. And
no, the tyres are pretty soft, and anytime you do one small flat spot, it's you can feel it in the steering wheel. Yeah. And Frank Pereira with the flat spot he did must be feeling some vibration now. And there is actually 5.7 seconds between Galatasaray and Liverpool now, so no more fight there. But AC Milan lapped 7/10 quicker than Beijing on the last lap, so AC Milan is closing the gap. There is only 2.6 seconds between the 2 cars, and he's closing the gap again.
Well, the Galatasaray car is in 3rd place, and this will be Alessandro Pierguidi's 2nd successive 3rd, because he was 3rd in the 2nd race at Estoril. Indeed, he was 3rd at the Nürburgring in the 1st race. So he's heading for his 3rd podium here.
And there will be 2 laps to go, 1 minute to go, and they will have a board with 1 lap. And the gap between Beijing and AC Milan is down to 2 seconds now. So
yes.
2 seconds between the 2 cars and 2 laps to go.
Meanwhile, Glasgow Rangers still trying to hunt down the Flamengo car. There's half a second between that pair. They're the closest on track at the moment.
Okay, Liverpool has a problem. The Liverpool car is 10 seconds between Galatasaray, and he was driving slowly past in front of us. I don't know what's going on with Liverpool. The last lap in a 1:30.3, as you can see on the screen. So Liverpool has a problem.
I had a car or 2 yesterday with a fuel pickup problem right at the end, with the last few litres of fuel not coming into the engine very smoothly. So maybe that is the problem. There's a Liverpool car. And, slowing right down.
Yeah, Liverpool has a problem. Liverpool is going to be lapped again by a line, as we can see. Or he had a big lockup, lockup, but that's not linked to his problem. No, it's just him pushing hard. But he has an engine or a gearbox problem, I'm not so sure. He still seems to keep it together. If he could save 4th position, it's good enough for the championship.
If it is a fuel pickup problem, as I suspect, as they go now onto their last lap, then sometimes it's a bit intermittent. But this is looking very good for Beijing. He still has a